Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Football is officially back. Opposition preview: Sunderland versus West Ham. To my right is Wayne. He is about to tell you about his YouTube channel. He's a Sunderland fan and how he expects Sunderland to be this season. Wayne, how are you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. Thank you very much for having us on. Nice to be back in the Premier League. Been a long wait, 8 years, but we're finally getting there. We're finally getting back up, and let's hope we can do the business and stay there.
Yeah. Do you know what? Sunderland's always been that sort of club that it's always been a Premier League feel club. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you've been out the league for a while. It's about 15 years, isn't it? It's been a long time. You've been
8 years. 8 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
2017 when we got relegated, and slippery slope down to League One, and
yeah. So you've managed to sort of put it around. Talk to me, Sunderland. What are you saying?
Like I say, it's been a long road. We've had some, really bad owners in the past, some bad decisions. The year we got relegated, we made some really bad signings, spent loads of money on players who just didn't want to be at the club, really. And then when we went down, we didn't put that right, didn't address it. We then straight back down to League One, and then from there, it was just an absolute nightmare. Obviously the biggest club in League One at the time. The fan base, the travelling fans was great, but we just couldn't get up the league. Struggled, bad managers again, bad appointments, and then we got the new ownership in, Kirill Louis Dreyfus and Christian Speakman, and in 4 years they've done the biz. They've getting us from League One, Championship, got to the playoffs in the first season, just missed out, got beat off Luton, and then obviously last season scraped through, beat Sheffield United in the final, and here we are back again.
Yeah, I must admit, there's a lot to be said for good ownership, because in some clubs you have a bad owner, you have a bad vibe, and you're only going to go backwards very fast. What do you make of your new manager, mate? Because I must admit, I watched a bit of Sunderland last year, obviously the playoff games and some of the players that you got. I think he's a good manager. I think they've got someone there who's going to do very well.
When we got him, obviously we'd never heard of him. We were all thinking, well, who's he? You know what big fan base like, they want big managers appointed, didn't they? And when we got him, we were like, well, never heard of him. But to be fair to him, he got us promoted last season when we never ever thought we were anywhere near promotion candidates after the season we had before that. So to take us from where we were to where we are now is a fantastic achievement. I think we've just given him a new contract because there was some Premier League interest in him in the summer. I think Brentford were trying to get him in the summer. So we've given him that new contract, and he's just gone from strength to strength. He's a bit of a professor, we like to call him. Football.
Well, you know what? He could benefit using this league, obviously, because I think, for me personally, I think Sunderland's main aim is to finish like just as long as they're not in the relegation zone. That's it. Right? They'd be happy. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you make of your new signings? Because you've signed loads of players, mate. A lot of Premier League experience in there.
Aye, that's the only worry. We've spent loads of money, £150 million, But apart from Xhaka, who I think's how we've gotten him, I've got no idea. I mean, what a signing he is going to be for us, I'm hoping. But the rest of them, like you say, they've got no experience really, so it's a big gamble spending that sort of money. But you just hope they hit the ground running and they make an impact. But and now you've got to spend big money to even have a chance at staying up. But I would have liked to have signed a little bit more Premier League experience. Time will tell. But fair play to them for having a go, because I never thought we'd spend anywhere near that sort of money. I thought we'd probably play it safe and maybe spend 5-6 million quid or whatever. But to be fair, we've had a right good go.
But does that show ambition to stay in the league though? Because there's both sides of the coin on that. On the one side, if you don't spend enough, they're saying that you're not really trying to stay in the league. On the other side, you're spending too much, and it could go the other way. Wayne,
getting the fine balance in it. If you were after spending that sort of money, we do go back down, then that leaves us in a bit of a hole, doesn't it? But I think you have to. I think you have to give it a go. I mean, yes, you can play it safe, and you guarantee you're going to come back down. But I think the owners are ambitious. I mean, I questioned them previously. I didn't think they had that ambition. But to be fair to them, in the summer, they've probably pushed the boat out and they've gone for it. So let's hope it pays off.
Yeah. Do you know what? You signed one of our ex-players and all, Arthur Mazuaku. I think he'd do all right for you. He was an interesting character with us because he's very good going forward, but he can't defend a lot of money. Do you know what I mean?
Heard that.
Absurd. So he's the sort of person that he can turn it on games, but You know, if you want him to do a defensive job for you, he ain't the guy. How do you feel you're going to cope without Bellingham there? Because obviously Bellingham left in the summer.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know if Bellingham was ready for the Premier League. We were all a bit disappointed that he actually chose to leave. I thought he would have given us a season, or even at least till January in the Prem to see how it went. But I think looking at it, it was all arranged before, even if we got promoted or not, it looked as though it was all arranged to get to Dortmund. And I thought we would struggle. But I think the recruitment, I mean, like I said, I've touched on the Xhaka one. What a replacement that is. The other lads, Chris Regan, you've got some good young lads in there as well, which hopefully they can step up. And we're just hoping that this Enzo Lafay, who we got from Roma, can step up as well. And the other two midfielders, Siddiqui and Diarra, look good, but not unproven. They've looked good in pre-season, but until Saturday, well, not now, really.
Obviously, we was linked with Rig before. I'm sure we was West Ham. And basically, when I look at Sunderland's side, it's like a progressive side. But obviously, we see it last year with Ipswich. You can go up into the Premier League, but if you don't really get the right personnel in, you're going straight back down. How do you think Sunderland have got to... let me rephrase this. What have Sunderland got to do to stay in the league for you?
I think for me, we've got to beat the teams around us at the bottom. I think that's how you survive. You have to beat the teams that's going to be in and around you. If you don't, I mean, we've got it on paper. I think we've got a decent start. If we can get some points on the board early, it'll help as well. You know, I get a bit of momentum going. But it's just that factor of beating them teams around you. I do worry about us scoring goals because we haven't really signed a recognised centre forward. We've got a young lad, Mayenda, who's got great potential. We've signed Mark Cuey on loan from Chelsea, but again, not proven experience. And I would like us to be getting a proven centre forward in this league. If you didn't score goals, you come straight back down, didn't you? I think Ipswich last season proved they tried to sign the best players from the Championship, and it didn't work. I mean, they got Jack Clark from us, who was absolutely woeful for them, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I think...
I think what it is with Ipswich was the other way and all. They had the Lap, who was the goal scorer, but they had nothing else. And you've got the team, but you haven't got the centre forward. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you reckon your lineup's going to be at the weekend?
Well, we've played kind of, because of injuries and stuff, we've kind of played the same lineup throughout pre-season. So we'll probably see all 9 of our new starters probably start. We'll probably have the new keeper, Roos in goal, be Hume, Ballard. Sealt was signed a new centre half yesterday from Getafe, but he's not fit. So Sealt will be playing, and then we'll have Reinaldo at left back probably, and then the midfield will be Xhaka, Diarra, Siddiqui, with probably Talbi on the right, Adingra on the left, with Mayenda up front.
It's going to be an hard game for West Ham, this one. Even so much so that I'm not looking forward to this one, because obviously with West Ham currently this summer, we're very up and down. We don't know what we're going to get with us, and I know Stadium of Light's going to be sort of rocking, like 3 o'clock. People have said to me, if this was a night game or this was a Sky game, it might be a different vibe. But even still, a 3 o'clock Stadium of Light, you haven't been in the league for 9 years, whatever it is. It's going to be bouncing in there. Do you know what I mean? What are you predicting, though, Wayne?
You're right there. It's going to be rocking. Like you said, there's going to be 47,000 there on Saturday. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere. I just hope that we can continue that momentum that we had from the end of last season, the way we won the playoff final. And if we can continue that into the game on Saturday, I think it's probably the best time to be playing yous, if I'm honest. I mean, I've been watching yous in the summer. I've been watching your videos as well. I mean, there's been a lot of unrest, losing Kudos, and there's rumours Paquetá could be leaving, all I've heard. So I think probably it's the best time to play, and we're at home. So I'm hoping we'll maybe sneak a win, but still going to be a difficult game. The step up from Championship to Premier League is massive. Doesn't matter who you're playing. So it might work out well in our favour, or it could be a big wake-up call.
Yeah. So are you saying 1-0 to use?
I'm going to go 2-1. I think I might just sneak it 2-1.
2-1. I think this is a nailed-on draw for me. I really do. Right, because the reason why I think it's a draw is I just don't fancy us to go up there, and if we got a goal down, we don't win games from a goal behind. Yeah. So basically, if Sunderland come out the traps straight away, which I expect them to do, and they score early, then I'm going to be very, very concerned. West Ham just don't win from a losing position, right? I think we have to score first in this game, and if we can score first, then we might have half a chance of something. It's either going to go one or two ways for me. It's either we're going to get rolled, or we might like nab it on we're 1-0 because we don't score many goals either. So, you know, I'm going to go in the middle, and I'm going to say a draw. I think it's just going to feel. I think you score. I think we come back into it, we score, and I think it filters that into a 1-1 draw for me. Do you know what I'm saying? And basically, you start the campaign with a point as much as us. Wayne, before we go, do you want to shout out your channel where people can find you?
Yeah, so it's Only Fools in SAFC. It's on YouTube. Obviously on Instagram, obviously in X as well. But Only Fools in SAFC. We're trying to get to 5K subs. We're doing really well. I've been on the channel now for 3-4 years. So slow progression, but that's where we are. Only Fools in SAFC.
Yeah, same as me, mate. 4 years this September for me. And yeah, it's slow progression, I will say that. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Subscribe to Wayne's channel also. And we will be back again very, very soon. Take care of yourselves out there. All the best. Peace.